A lot of you have been suggesting I get a legacy saber. Believe me when I say this, I want one. Really, really bad. But for some reason I can't get one. But one day I will. That's a promise.
If you're new to my channel, be sure to stick around for the question of the day so you can be featured in my next video. And be sure to subscribe, like, and hit the bell icon. With that being said, enjoy.
What's going on, my Knights of Hen? So today's video, I decided I'm gonna do an Ultrasabers review. I have not talked about Ultrasabers on this channel for so long now. It's mainly just been like Force Effects, Black Series, etc. I miss talking about Ultrasabers, not gonna lie. Ultrasabers right now is currently the only custom saber that I have, besides an MHS one, I think it is. But I thought I'd make a review on it, should you actually buy it, or, who's it more suited for, etc. All that juicy stuff. So let's get on with it.
By the way, my Knights of Hen, I'm doing a lightsaber giveaway at 1,000 subscribers. So be sure to tell all your friends, family, and droids to subscribe. Now on to the video. Alrighty, my Knights of Hen, I finally revisit my Ultrasabers sabers. So if you've been following me for a while now, you would have seen all these lightsabers. I have made individual videos for them, link in the bio. But here we have my Apprentice V4, my Liberator V3, my Prophecy V3, my Savior, and the Fallen. Now, bear in mind, I only have up to Obsidian Light soundboards with a Tri-Cree, which is going to be this one. In terms of, like, features-wise, I do not have, like, Emerald Driver or, like, Diamond Controller or all that, high-end Ultrasaber stuff. I've also got the blades that it came with, and I will dive into those a bit later. But yeah, let's get on with it. So over here, these two here, the Apprentice and the Liberator, they're both Stunt Sabers, so there is no sound. The three here are all Obsidian Light soundboard. Now, I actually did a video a while back comparing like sound and Stunt Sabers, which I will link in the bio. In fact, I will link all my Ultrasabers videos up until now in the description. So be sure to check out the description, guys. But yeah, just to get a quick comparison, we got the Stunt Saber, no sound, and then we got the Obsidian Light soundboard. So yeah, so in my honest opinion on the Obsidian Light soundboard, it is a light soundboard, so don't expect way too much. But for me personally, guys, if you think differently, which I know a lot of you do, that's fine. For me, for an Obsidian Light soundboard, it's pretty good. It's loud. Sorry, I forget what it's called, but basically, Force Effects Elite has it where you press a button and then it like gives it sound effect where it's like screeching, which I'll do again. That sound effect. Now this one has the sound effect for Flash on Clash, but doesn't have Flash on Clash. At the time when I was ordering this, I didn't put Flash on Clash in it. I did, however, get Flash on Clash on the Fallen, which I will demonstrate here. So you'll want to pay attention here. It's got a flashing there. Before I get onto the Flash and Clash, I gave it obviously a Guardian Blue color, and then in terms of the flash, it's kind of like a light blue or teal. I'm not too sure. I tried to make it like authentic in a way. But yeah, Flash on Clash right here. Flash on Clash with a blade. It's a bit hard to see at first, but if you really look closely, you will be able to see it. And then Savior, I got a illuminated AV switch, which is cool. But yeah, it does not have Flash on Clash. It does have the sound effects for it, like there, and then you got there, same as the Prophecy. The reason why it doesn't come with it is because I got this in Tri-LED. As you can see, it is very much brighter than the other two. But if you decide to get Tri-LED or Tri-Cree, they don't offer the Flash on Clash feature. Why? I'm not too sure, to be honest. I wish they did, though. So Tri-Cree, you got 3 LEDs, whereas your standard one just has 1 LED. So it's like 30% brighter. So the battery pack for the Obsidian Light soundboard looks like this. I know there are quite a bit of people that are iffy on this. I do understand why, it doesn't look very, like, I guess, reliable. It's kind of taped there with a double-sided tape there on the actual soundboard, and then just masked there. And then you got the speaker there. Look, I do understand why people might be a bit turned off by that, but so far for me, it hasn't, like, died on me or anything like that. And then obviously you got your Stunt, which is just the battery pack, and that's really it. So yeah, if you guys want a closer look at that, there you go. And then it's got like the Velcro there to kind of make it not shake around inside the hilt. Otherwise, without it, it does kind of like rattle inside there. So judging by the Obsidian Light soundboard, which I only do have, for me, again, like, it's okay. I actually quite like it. It does have that Return of the Jedi Luke Skywalker sound effect, which I do like a lot, which is the, yeah, pretty good. But yeah, I do not have the Diamond controller or Emerald drive or whatever it's called these days. These three here in particular, they're only Obsidian Light soundboard. Some people like it, some people don't. I personally, I like it. I don't mind, you know. It's nice and loud, clear. Well, actually, before I want to touch on that, compare this to these two. Again, I don't know if you guys noticed it, but for me, I noticed it like straight away. Now, the pommels on the lightsabers here, depending on which pommel you get, there is going to be a difference with sound. It'll either be more muffled, more crisp, even more quieter. Like, for instance, I feel like my Prophecies one is more crisp, because look at that, it's just pure, like, it's just open, and it's got a nice kind of tunnel to it. Whereas the other two is kind of more crowded. There's the grooves there, and then same dealio with the Savior, sorry. But in the end, they all have the same soundboard, you know, the battery pack and all that, speakers all the same. If you're really serious about trying to get the best kind of quality out of an Ultrasaber, I definitely do recommend kind of messing around with different pommels to see which one you like the best. Now let's dive into the hilts themselves. A lot of people have told me, you know, oh, Ultrasabers, you know, I don't like their hilts because it's too big. To be honest, that varies. Like, if you look at my Apprentice V4 here, it's actually quite small. It's my smallest hilt that I have here. Look at that, it's skinny also. And, you know, that's the thing too, you know, people tend to think, oh, bigger hilts, that means it's gonna be thicker. No, Ultrasabers, in my opinion, is actually quite skinny. Well, compared to Force Effects anyway. Then you got something like Liberator, which is obviously quite long. And then you got something like the Fallen, which is even more long. You know, obviously it's got more features and stuff. It's based off Cal Kestis' lightsaber from the game, which is roughly around this height, possibly even thickness. And then obviously you got my Savior here, which is also relatively big. My Prophecy is also quite small if you want to compare them here. It's not as small as my Apprentice, but oh yeah, there you go, it gives you a rough idea. So, does Ultrasabers have big hilts? It depends on which ones you get. Some of them are going to be big, some of them are going to be small. You'll find a more cheaper range, like these ones here, are going to be the smaller ones, whereas if you go more expensive, they then tend to be bigger for some reason. If you really want something that's really like one-to-one scale from the movies, like Obi-Wan's or something, they do have Obi-Wan's lightsaber from, like, say, the Phantom Menace, but I have seen it in person, it's quite big. So if you want something more scale, one-to-one scale, like I just said, I do say go somewhere else. Otherwise, you know, I do recommend Ultrasabers nonetheless. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say they're the more cheaper option, you know, more affordable. They make a pretty decent, like, Christmas present, you know, with the holiday season coming up, so some of you are probably thinking about buying this for yourself or for a loved one or whoever. Something I will say that you should look out for or be prepared for is this. That's the LED, guys. Comes out really easily. It's not even stuck there. Here, let's try it with the Liberator. There you go. It did shake out, but it's obviously not coming out as much. Prophecy also. Look at that. Came out easily. I'm pretty sure this one's quite loose, but obviously it's more deep in. And then, yeah, same with the... So, that is another thing that turns off people with Ultrasabers, is the LED coming out way too easily. You could do a DIY and kind of try and stick it there with, like, I don't know, a tape or even glue, but I've just left it as is. But yeah, guys, that's definitely something to look out for, so be careful. Normally, putting the blade in, you know, keeps it in place, but overall... Now, I could just say, you know, you get what you pay for, but although they are the more cheaper brand, you do pay quite a bit for them, and I would at least hope that the LEDs would be more stable. Like they wouldn't come out of the socket and what have you. So again, definitely something to look out for. Now with Ultrasabers, like most saber companies, you can take out some parts and kind of swap them out for others. For instance, this is probably going to be my most customizable, Ultrasabers that I have to date. You know, I can take out the pommel, the emitter, and I can swap it out for like other bits. These ones are not as customizable, but like I could definitely take out their pommels and then put them on here. So, you know, that's something. Now getting onto the blades here, they've got a range of different blades. You got like your mid grades or heavy edges, and then like kind of like middle. This one here, I tend to go for this one because I find it can be the brightest and it looks like for me the coolest. You know, it kind of has like a little shine to it. Now this does relate to the blade. I think there was a time when Ultrasabers was considered the brightest kind of saber company. There are a number of factors for that. One, with their blade, just straight away at the tip here, there will be a kind of like a mirror there. So when the LED shines, it is then reflected back. So for instance, here's the Liberator. So there we go. The LED's coming in, and it actually kind of keeps up an equal kind of brightness throughout. And then you can see here the mirror kind of shining back. It's a bit hard to tell at first, but you can definitely see it there. And then within the blade, you kind of get this transparent kind of film, which they then roll up and then put in, which also helps with the reflection of the LED. So that's pretty neat. I mean, these are pretty bright as it is. You're looking at maybe 16 watts, maybe brighter, but then, you know, it does help it even more with the blade and how they kind of made it. So that's really good. You also get them in different sizes. Like here is I think it's 24 inch, and that's all the smallest I've got. Everyone else here is 36 inch. Yeah, that's my my go-to size. But you can get up to, I think, like 42 or 48 inches, so you can get pretty long. I think that's considered like their XL blade at that point. And then, you know, as you get into the more heavier grades, it does become more heavy. Like this one is a more heavy grade blade. It's more thick and definitely like it's pretty strong. Like if I were to duel, I'd definitely use this. But if I feel like getting more speed in there, I would definitely go with like my other four here, which they're all relatively like mid-grade. This one I think may be slightly thicker than the other ones. But yeah, no, if I want like strength, definitely my heavy grade, or I think ultra heavy edge, I think they call it. Now don't get me wrong, there are definitely 100% other brands out there that are more high-end, that are more fancy, more like, I don't want to say better, but like more higher quality. For me, I do like Ultrasabers. I think it is a good like kind of lightsaber for beginners. So if you're a beginner, I do recommend an Ultrasaber. You know, if you're just starting out, you know, like me, I'm not that like saber techie. I find these lightsabers to be, you know, perfect for me. A lot of people do like to buy the Ultrasabers hilt empty and then put on like, you know, near pixel and what have you onto them. So you can definitely buy empty hilts like other saber companies. But yeah, no, really, my final verdict is, you know, the Ultrasabers lightsabers are perfect for beginners. They do make good collector items too. Like I do definitely like to bring these out to events such as like Comic-Con, Supernova, or even like midnight releases of Star Wars films or games. They're probably one of the, if not the most affordable lightsabers out there in the saber community, you know, custom sabers wise. It is more expensive than a Force FX, but really that depends what you put in it. The price varies depending on the hilt you get, the settings, etc. And yeah, that's really all I have to say about Ultrasabers. Honestly, there's probably some more, but I haven't thought of them now. Alright guys, I will see you with the question of the video.
Alrighty guys, so last video I asked you guys, you know, who would you choose out of Legends Luke or Disney canon Luke? And this is what you guys said. Question for this video: what is one lightsaber that is on your wish list? Could be from any site, you know, it doesn't have to be Ultrasabers. Is it another Force FX? Is it an Ultrasabers? Is it something from Saberforge, etc.? Me, I do have one special lightsaber on my wish list. It's not a custom saber, it's not a Black Series, it's If you guys know me well enough, you'll know which one it is. I'll put like an image here somewhere. But whatever saber that is, guys, comment below and let me know so you can be featured in the next video. And as always, my Knights of Hen, may the Force be with you.